When was the first time that you picked up a camera?
Yeah, so like officially, well, I guess not really officially, but like in high school. So I dropped out of high school freshman year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah. So I dropped out, and I was doing pretty bad stuff. Got in a lot of run-ins, like with the law, bad crew. But there was a part of me that, like, once I got my report card, it came in as like straight Fs. I was really discouraged because like my whole family was like already talking mess about me. I'm messing up in school, and I just, overnight, I just, flipped the switch. It's like, you know what? I'm about to go back to school. So I re-enrolled myself into the media academy, and I just thought it was cool because they got to leave class. Like the media students, like whoever
you get to go and explore and see real life.
Because I was one of those students where, like, in high school, whenever there's a bathroom opportunity, like, I'd be the first person to leave.
I feel you.
I don't know. I was not a great student. So yeah, the media students got to leave class, and they got to shoot videos around the school. And I was like, that is amazing. I want to do that, because my grandparents already owned like the bigger cameras that they never let me use. But in high school, they loaned us cameras for the beginning of class. And our weekly assignments were to create just anything. So like there's no project description or anything. Just come back with something. Yeah, just come back with something. So my teacher, Mr. Jackson, was like the guru for me. He was like, his name first off is Michael Jackson.
Amazing.
He's the drama teacher, and he's like this super, he's like inspirational, but like he never comes to class without a smile. And we fed off that energy. And it's interesting because like when you're enrolled into a school district where, like, teachers have like the most underpaid jobs, for this guy to come in and sort of bring that to bring that positive spirit, it really like gave us hope as to like we were doing something. So yeah, every week we had to come back with something, and it constantly challenged us to do something a little different. And none of my classes were as hands-on as that. All, math, English, science, PE was
you
like,
don't get real world experience. Math, okay, let's learn a squared plus b squared is equal c squared, but what's the point? There's that why. So it's cool that you had that experience in a media class that you could actually go out in the real world. So what were you capturing during that time?
So we were running.
It was like your buddies during just like out in Oakland, like what's up?
So we're like running around the hallways. It's mostly like we usually stay in the school. So we're running around the hallways. We're coming up with scripts. I have a video clip of me like messing with my principal, and like there's a clip of us like just messing. So like we had this new piano, and the piano had sound effects on it, because you know how it has the regular tunes, but like it has like a wind up, like a shh. So then we'll just try to imitate something and add that sound effect into the video. So like now thinking about it now, like in post processing, we'll just find that sound effect and add it in later. But we had an actual like device that could add sound effects. I don't know. I thought
that's cool, because something that you did in Cuba was we would be in a cafe and there would be this cool record player, and you would go and take your camera and record the audio, and then you'd use that audio in your video. So it's cool that it's something that you were doing even back in the day from the OG. From
way back
from the get-go. That's cool. So what was the moment that you're like, can this be a job?
Let me see. So like in high school, it didn't get too serious or crazy. I made a couple of videos for like YouTube and stuff, but like in college, it still didn't get like still wasn't there. Like me and my roommates would make stupid videos. So there's all like just random silly stuff. And one of my roommates asked me, his name James. He was like, "Dude, do you see yourself doing this like full time, like as a job? Like you can actually take this somewhere." I was like, "Me? Like that's just
what are you talking about?"
Like I'm just the only person who wanted to edit the footage. I was just the person who like really was just having fun with this. This has always been fun for me. And I was like, no, I never really thought of it. But then at the same time, I was enrolled into a criminal justice major, and like nothing against criminal justice, but like study midterm, study final, right? And I don't know if it's because of my college curriculum, but that wasn't for me. I wanted to be out and about. I wanted to, you know, when I thought of criminal justice, I thought of like CSI.
Oh yeah.
You know, just cool stuff.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to be like a CIA agent just because I watched Alias.
No way.
And I was obsessed with like Jennifer Gardner
as like
this kick-ass CIA agent. You know, and I'm like, low key, when I was getting a degree in computer science, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I can go, you know, be out in the field and I could be hacking computers and being Sydney Bristow from Alias. There's always that thought in the back of your mind that, you know, these TV shows have put in your person of, oh, I want to serve. I want to be that person. But then you go to college and you're like, oh, this definitely isn't as exciting.
You're studying theory and what other people think. Yeah. So that happened. I'm glad we could relate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And so I guess it was a flip the switch. It was I don't know that exact moment, but I changed my major into multimedia. And at the same time, I started a video production company with Jalen's brother. We started a company called Awkward Turtle. And,
I love it.
Yeah, and it was just
And also, I don't think we've said this, but Jalen is your beautiful girlfriend who also content creates. She's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And she actually gave me my first DSLR. Wow. Yeah. Cool. She gave me my first. It was in college. Huh. Canon T1i.
T3i was my first.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Canon T1i with a kit lens, 1855, like just standard kit lens, and I went crazy, like in a good way. I was taking photos of everything, and I was shooting short video clips of like everything I could like get my hands onto. So I was just exploring Oakland. That was like my first. Those were like my stomping grounds. Yeah. I would just go to. I have a photo, really old photo of the McDonald's that I used to go to with the play place, like childhood memories. Like I don't know, that was just such a pinnacle in my life to where like I wanted to capture that. So I have photos of that, and I have photos of just like daily lifestyle. So like a lot of streets, a lot of police officers, a lot of people just walking, hanging out, and that was like my reality at the time. And something I've learned just through like photojournalism or like vlogging or like just capturing a moment is that it's what's real to the creator. Like whatever the reality is for that person, like at the moment, and whatever they're creating, like that's what we genuinely like capture, is whatever's in front of us. So it's when I learned that about myself, I really had the curiosity as to how other people were capturing their parts of the city. That's when like Instagram sort of got kicked in, and I was reaching out to other photographers. I was like, oh dang, like this is the part that you live in. I'd love to see that part. I'll show you Oakland.
Yeah.
And there was that exchange. Like I brought them to Oakland, showed them like a couple of cool spots that I like to shoot and I like to eat at, and then in exchange, like go to San Francisco and rediscover parts that I've never really even thought to go to if it weren't for them.
So Instagram was a big community builder for you.
Huge.